Hello everybody, I'm Michele Giannone, co-founder and business developer for Invader Studios, Italian indie software house based in Olevano Romano, a lovely small town near Rome. I'm also the creative director of Daymare 1998, our first survival horror game released in 2020 for PC, Xbox One and PlayStation 4 worldwide. Today I want to show something more about Invader Studios' origin and also about the long and hard development process for Daymare 1998. Before being part of this amazing group, I was a video game passionate, of course, survival horror and Resident Evil fan in particular. I was also a journalist, working as an editor-in-chief for the most important Italian video game paper magazines like PS Mania, Game Republic, Xbox Official Magazine and PlayStation Official Magazine too. During that period, I had the chance to attend events, press tours, and to meet so many industry legends, and to learn also more about how the development industry works and the measures work too. Invader Studios has been founded as a company in July 2016 in Olevano Romano, a beautiful town near Rome, as I told you. A really special place that inspired us also during the development process, and that also, if it's not a big city, has its strong points with its beautiful landscapes and peaceful people. The company has 10 core members in-house, and its first debut game is our third-person survival horror Daymare 1998, now released on PC, Xbox One and PS4 worldwide. Now I would like to start telling how everything has begun. In 2014, with some friends and at the same time professionals or students in the industry. Also, if we never worked before in any kind of production, we decided to take this path and try to be developers, or better understand if we could. As Resident Evil fans, and since at that time Capcom didn't present any kind of Resident Evil remake or whatever, we decided to work on an unofficial Resident Evil 2 remake game in Unity first, and in a real engine later, when it became from free, grafting all the original 98's atmosphere and mood in a more modern game with the gameplay close to Dead Space series. The name was Resident Evil 2 Reborn. At that time, we wanted to follow our passion and at the same time try to test our skills and organization also with something that we really wanted as a fans before then developers. We knew that it could be risky using a so important brand as a showreel for your abilities and creativity, but at the same time we wanted to show our vision of the possible remake to the whole world, giving also to us some kind of possible huge attention. And incredibly, it happened. Thanks also to the powerful Unreal Engine, we prepared a couple of video gameplay of Resident Evil 2 Reborn, which in just a few days of that July 2015 got millions of views on YouTube and the attention of all the most important worldwide press. We were stunned, of course, seeing how, Kotaku, IGN, Famitsu, GameSpot, Wired, and many more were reporting the news, asking also for interviews and really appreciating so much our work. And that was the first step of the amazing blast incoming. Since in August 2015, we received the most surprising call in our lives, from Capcom, of course. I can remember pretty well the moment while I answered the phone talking with an important personality from Capcom on the other side. He was professional and friendly, to be honest, at the same time, congratulating with us for the incredible job we did, for the attention we got on the possible remake, and asking to stop officially our work on the unofficial remake, inviting us at the same time in their Osaka headquarters to talk more and in person about future projects. It's hard to explain the excitement you feel when, after a call from Capcom, you got an invite to them instead of a cease and desist. Furthermore, one of the Japanese major that invites, a small Italian group in their building after their work, it's something quite rare in the video game industry history. At that point, we had just a couple of months to collect all the stuff we worked on and to prepare something to show them, something that it would have been an early stage of Daymare 1998, a game inspired by Capcom games and born inside their own studios, where we showed it for the first time. During the meeting, they were, again, really friendly and professional. Also, if we were in front of the most important producers of the company, like Jun Takeuchi, Yoshiaki Rabayashi, and Tetsuo Shikanda. They showed us Resident Evil 7 for the first time and 8 months in advance compared to the time they presented it officially to the world during the next E3, and also an early stage of the Resident Evil 2 official remake. They also asked to us for feedback and opinions about what we have seen, and they did the same about the stuff we brought there to them and pushing us to working on our new IP, using all that we learned and created for the unofficial remake, giving us, their support and some important contacts also during the years after the meeting. It was really, really great. And as developers and fans, we are so honored and happy since we are still friends with them, always ready to support us with advice and feedback, and also because they mentioned us in the special thanks of the Resident Evil 2 official remake game credits. Back from this incredible meeting, we decided to fund the company as Invader Studios and start working officially on Daymare 1998. Also with the support of some amazing new people. Before the official announcement of the game, done in September 2016, we were already working on the game pre-production, especially with the support of two former Capcom legends, Satoshi Nakai, the Resident Evil enemy lead designer, and Kazuhiro Oyama, Resident Evil 3 Nemesis director. Thanks to the work we did on an official remake, we managed to have a really unique story, a big community waiting for our game, and thankful using their words for convincing Capcom to make the remakes, and also a skilled and focused team that also, if with a low budget, was convinced to work on this ambitious game. Now let's talk a bit more about the Daymare 1998 production. Daymare 1998 is a third-person survival horror game with 3 different playable characters and 13 unique environments and locations to explore for a full experience length of 10-12 hours. Thinking to this huge amount of work, it's easy to understand how hard it can be for a 10-people team with a low budget. But at the same time, that also this kind of project that can be done by talented and determined people. The first step, in our opinion, is of course to choose the right project. When we tried in the first production period to present or talk about this game to companies or other professionals, they often advised us against going ahead with it because too hard, long and expensive as a debut title for an indie and small team without other games released before. The risk, in their opinion, was to stop the work as soon as we would have had to face too many and too hard problems or production steps. We decided to go on with it anyway, starting from a complete analysis on our team to our huge community and, of course, on the market chances. After the fun remake and with Capcom working on the official one, it was clear for us that there was a place for our game and many chances to hit the survival horror audience, focused on and excited for a real third-person survival horror return. At that time, there were not third-person survival horror competitors, AAA or indie, only the announced Resident Evil 2 remake and the psychological thriller The Evil Within 2, both still in production. This is the reason for why we decided to go ahead and also to exploit the incredible attention and community we got after the unofficial remake and the meeting with Capcom. Another important point was, of course, be ready as a team since, as I said, this was the real first experience for all of us. Luckily, during the Resident Evil 2 Reborn production, we learned so much from a technical and organizational point of view. We had just to expand what we have done and be ready to face all the new aspects of the production that came up with a full and ambitious game like Daymare 1998. Our team has been incredible from this point of view, ready to learn in a few time new things and to focus on the mistakes in order to avoid new ones in the next steps. A great job got also thanks to the amazing effort from the other two directors of the game, Alessandro De Bianchi, the game director, and Tiziano Bucci, the art director. Really important was first to understand the team skills and after that to produce and develop the game around these, getting new professional figures if and when needed. As I said, the budget was totally low, but at the same time, we managed to cover all the production steps, staying independent and keep safe the company or the IP from financiers or other companies looking for something more than we were disposed to leave. From game design and storytelling to 2D concepts, 3D characters and environments, programming, audio, animation and marketing. For most of the game production we worked alone and totally in-house, producing all the core assets and make the game ready to discuss its release with possible partners. The next step, probably the basic one to publish the game, was to plan the production. We suggest having always in your team people that have continuously an overview on the entire project and production. What we learned too from Resident Evil 2 Reborn was also, how to avoid and not make the same mistakes. This means to have a precise production plan for all the steps, from the pre-production to the release, giving to them the right priority and time to be finalized at the best. This is probably normal when you are a group of friends trying to explore the development process and your skills too, but not for a company that wants to achieve a goal and produce a game in time as scheduled. You need to avoid, as far as possible, to waste time on secondary tasks and spending less time than needed for the prior tasks. The risk is to lose time and money, and in the worst scenario, also to fail. What we did first was to spot the game directors, in this case Tiziano, Alessandro and me, and having an overview on the project work, on a production plan and specific tasks for each member of the team. We of course needed time to do that. We were new by too from this point of view, and it has been extremely hard. Hard because it was hard to forecast tasks and the time to finalize them without had working on them before. Everything was new to us. And another really important aspect has been to try to forecast possible problems during the production in order to avoid them or to have already a way to solve these issues in little time. This has been really, really important to achieve our final goal, since the team feels the progress and is also more motivated for it, instead of being stuck for days and weeks trying to solve something. It's impossible, of course, to forecast everything, every kind of problem or mistake. But the most important thing is to have your mind set into the problem solving. Luckily, we have a really incredible team, and this is the reason for why we managed to go ahead also during the worst moments. Finally, it's also important to plan the consequent steps to the game release. The post-launch support is important, as the production is. Also to reassure the fans and customers about the fact that the game will be improved or extended, and that the people's feedback are followed if possible. For Daymare 1998, we worked on 3 additional contents at the moment for PC only, and also to many patch and game updates in order to have a better and enjoyable game both on PC and console. This has been important not only to convince the people that the bugs in game were only due the low budget and the little time we had, since we released most of them after the release, but also to show them that the game was always being bigger with new game modes and mini games related to the main campaign. The feeling, to have more after the game purchase is really important for the people. Another really important aspect connected to the game publication is to find a publisher or a commercial partner. Yes or no, it depends. The most important thing, in our opinion, is to give the right value to your work and to what you manage to achieve without other people or companies. For us, finding the support of Destructive Creations, our current publisher for Daymare 1998, has been a really important upgrade from both a development and marketing point of view. We already had most of the game completed, and we had a huge community and press waiting for it. But at the same time, they helped to make the game smoother, especially with months of tests and quality assurance, and also to find the international distributors in order to have, the game not only worldwide digital, but also physical in Japan, Europe, and North America. With our experience, we suggest then to have a partner for your game or project in order to cover those aspects where they have more experience or strength. Like, for example, the game release on the various platforms, the certifications, or all the mysterious and dark stuff for a development team. But it's important at the right time and with the right agreement. There are of course other ways, like the self-publishing if you are strong enough, or if you have money and professionals who focus on those aspects, or financiers and also banks, more and more open to the video game industry and market in the last part. It's of course not easy to find a publisher, especially if you have not games already released, because you are risky for them since you have no experience. At the same time, you're a risk also if your game is too ambitious compared to other ones. But we are here and we have found a publisher. If we have done it, you can do it. It has been not easy, but we manage. Then try just to show them the potential of the game and to demonstrate you're ready to do everything to make it. Also, investing your own money in the first steps, of course. You have to try to lower the risk and to have more chances to get it. We signed the deal only when the project was at 70 or 80% of the production and not before. But to reach that 70-80%, we spend our time and our money investing in ourselves. Especially reaching and showing a vertical slice of the game, you'll have more chance to convince a partner to invest more on you, on the game, and on the marketing, of course. The last part of this talk is, of course, the marketing one. Part of the Daymare 1998 success is connected, of course, and like any other production, to the marketing and distribution of the game. This is the reason for why we needed a publisher to launch the game at the best. Also having a really good community increased during the production, and about that an important advice is to not leave the community and the marketing part only at the end, working on it also just a little bit also during the production steps to keep your possible audience informed and teased through social networks or press release or whatever. We needed, of course, improvement and more strength to push the game everywhere. What you spend for the production is expected to be spent or also more for the marketing too, since marketing is success and numbers. Our advice is to attend more industry events all over the world, because there you can find your possible new partner. Also, if you have to spend your your last money to send just one person to present your game there, do it. It's for sure worth the effort in most cases. We attended, for example, national and international events before finding the publisher, our publisher, and it has been vital to make the game popular to the people and press, and to know also the right people before finding our publisher destructive creations. Don't think something is useless. Never, because everything can count in the next future more than expected before. Just to tell that we decided to work on Daymare 1998 also after our first event, where thousands of people really enjoyed the demo we brought there, convincing us to work on it full time. That's all from our side. Thank you for your attention, and remember to have faith in you and in your game, especially during the tough moments. Let you be guided by your passion, always. Thank you from all the Invader Studios team, and follow or write to us for more news and info about our next projects. Bye.